You're now locked into the Lakers Land podcast with your host, Seven Mitchell.
I wanted to have a conversation about Gabe Vincent, our combo guard, our streaky combo guard, Gabe Vincent. I don't think I've had a lot to say about Gabe since the offseason, uh, but I wanted to have a conversation about him because I'm gonna be honest, you know, and I want to start this off with a term that every real basketball fan knows, and it's called microwave score. What do I mean by a microwave score? Basically, a microwave score is a guy who can come off the bench cold, heat up real quick, and has the potential to change the energy of the game with like a scoring burst. To me, that's Gabe Vincent. At least looking at last year and in Miami, that's Gabe Vincent in a nutshell. But the reality of it is, to me, the Lakers are going to need way more than just a microwave season from Gabe Vincent. If he's going to be a Laker, they're going to need an oven. They're going to need somebody to be reliable, ready to cook all game long. And that's where, to me, Gabe Vincent has a lot to improve on. So today I wanted to speak on Gabe Vincent as a microwave scorer and what I feel like he needs to bring more to the table. So we're about to get into that. Um, in a second. Let me just clip this real quick. When I take a look at Gabe Vincent's numbers, because y'all know at one point I was done with Gabe Vincent. I was asking for trades like last year, 2 years ago, maybe. Like coming from Miami, I thought that was just a Cinderella story. He did not earn any respect from me personally at first in a Lakers uniform. I was not jacking Gabe Vincent, but he has grown on me. I'm not going to sit up here and front. And I did see some improvement just from my eye test last year watching him with the Lakers. When you look at last year's numbers, Gabe, I think, averaged what, 6 points a game last year. He shot about 40% from the field, 35%, if I'm not mistaken, from the 3-point line. It was respectable on paper, but it's like, bro, when you peel it back, it's the inconsistency that kills me. One night Gabe Vincent looks like a flamethrower. He hitting 4 straight 3-pointers. He's swinging the momentum like that win that the Lakers had over the Knicks. And then you blink and he turned around and it's like he give you 2 points for 1 for 7 shooting in the playoffs. Like that kind of swing to me is a killer for a team that has championship expectations, especially when you got a guy like LeBron James who window is closing and you're trying to build a real culture that Luka is going to want to continue to embrace for a long time. So, it's interesting to me when you look at the numbers of Gabe Vincent. It was respectable, but I need more, to be honest with you. I I don't know. Are y'all big fans of Gabe Vincent? My boy Bid in the building. Bid, are you a big fan of Gabe Vincent? Because here's the thing. And I could have the numbers wrong, but we brought Gabe Vincent in on a 3-year, I want to say $33 million contract, because I think we had to pay him like $11 million per. So that's not minimum contract money. In a way, that's investment money. I think Rui is only getting 12 million. You don't pay a guy like that just to be a streaky shooter. You need him to be like a rotational lock piece. You know what I mean? Like a defensive pest, which he can be. He does bring a skill set defensively to the court that is going to be useful, I believe, to the Lakers and has been in small sample sizes. But, Gabe Vincent at the least has to be a stabilizer when Luka or LeBron sit down. This team is a good team to me on paper, but I'm gonna just be honest. It's something about this roster that's just unproven to me from the coach on down. Taking out LeBron, taking out Luca. I know the core with Austin Reeves and Rui, they've been playing together with LeBron for what the last 4 or 5 years. But it's just something about these guys that have not been proven. I mean, really, I feel like everybody has a chip on their shoulder, rightfully so. Dalton Connect, Bronny James has something to prove. DeAndre Ayton has something to prove. Marcus Smart has something to prove. Um, I'm pretty sure Jake LaRavia is looking to make a name for himself. Everybody has an ego. You understand what I'm saying? And I hope a new coach in JJ Redick can find a way systematically, to optimize these guys in these lineups and these rotations to benefit and, have the Lakers being real serious competitors in the playoffs. But getting back to Gabe Vincent, don't get me wrong. I respect his grit. I respect his grind. Gabe Vincent doesn't back down from pressure moments. I salute him for that. He step into a playoff game. He can knock down a big shot. I feel like he got ice in his veins when the momentum is swinging in favor of the Lakers. Like when we down and need a shot, I don't know about that with Gabe. When we up and looking to close the door and Gabe open to keep the momentum going, ice in his veins. That's the microwave side. The Lakers don't just need a quick burst off the bench. They need some sustainable scoring. They really do. I'm not putting a bulk load on him, but we're just talking about roles and responsibilities of these guys with this kid. They need to they need Gabe Vincent, in my eyes, to read the floor better, make more intelligent passes. I think Gabe defending without fouling is only going to be a plus, but I don't have a lot of bad to say about Gabe Vincent defensively. So he's too good in my eyes to be this inconsistent. Maybe it was just under Darvin Ham that thing just didn't work right. So I want to give him the benefit of the doubt because what I've seen last was decent. But nobody on this Lakers roster is untouchable. We talked about that time and time again. I'm pretty sure, depending on what if a trade is done, there could be a package set up that would include Gabe Vincent. I don't want to really look that deep in the future in the next coming weeks when we're talking about these players for the Lakers. I don't want to already ship guys out the door. We have them under contract. We're about to go in training camp with these guys, the Dalton Connects of the world. I know people feel like he about to be traded as well. Rui Hachimura could be traded as well. That's just not the case right now. Hang tight. Let's actually see what we have. Let's just analyze what we have, what we're paying for. We can talk about trades and all that in the future. But right now, I just feel like, Gabe Vincent is too good to be this inconsistent. And again, I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. He was one of Miami's playoff X factors not too long ago. He showed the NBA that he can hang on that big stage. But again, I don't know if that was a Cinderella moment or not. I've talked about that. So with me, y'all, Gabe Vincent is absolutely a microwave scorer. He can heat up in a hurry. He can flip the game on its head. But this team don't need that. I don't think it's enough. This is not the Miami Heat. We just need some stability from Gabe Vincent in my eyes. About to reach out. I see my boy Bit in on stage. Let me get Bit's opinion on Gabe Vincent. Bit, what's that word, G?
Oh, what's up, bro?
What's going on with your family?
Nah, shit, man. I just woke up not too long ago. No, I had to come tap in.
Oh yeah, man. Appreciate you as always, man. I got up, getting some things going. I'm talking right now about Gabe Vincent, as and just focusing on things that I feel like could help these guys better while they're under contract with the Lakers. And I'm looking at Gabe as really being a microwave scorer, but feeling like this team, even though our roster on paper looks decent, I feel like we're going to need much more than that from Gabe Vincent. What's your stance on Gabe going into this season?
I feel really the exact same way. Basically, everything you said is he's a streaky shooter that we need to be more consistent. I don't know if it's injuries that played in the part to why the inconsistencies. Maybe he just doesn't have that burst he had in Miami. I'm
Right.
not sure what it is, but the inconsistencies have to stop. But like you said, it's not that much to say bad about Gabe Vincent. He just has those
It's
games where
really not.
you see Gabe, and you like he catch that bitch and he put it up. You like, yeah, that's good. And then it's an air ball. You just like, damn, like what's up, bro? Like what's up? But like you said, playing defense without fouling, just being there, making smart passes, just being a good team player, playing within the system. I think Gabe is good. He just has to just be more consistent. Like you said, it's not that much to say bad about him. He plays hard, plays good defense, doesn't foul that much. Just got to knock down them threes.
That's a fact. That's a fact. And that's the thing that I feel like, yo, if you are playing for the Lakers and you have some identity on both ends of the basketball court, you are of value to LeBron and Luca. Don't get it twisted. Gabe is a combo guard. And when we talk about his strengths and his weaknesses, I mean, like you said, he's not an elite perimeter defender, but
Yeah,
he's pesky. Like, you know what I
yeah,
mean? He's when we get to that point of attack, he plays with energy, he plays with physicality. He has that clutch confidence. He doesn't really shy away from the big shots. We saw that back in Miami. Even when he's been cold for most of the game, he still has that fearless trigger finger. So I kind of respect him for it. I just don't want it to cost the Lakers games. But I respect the confidence. And when we talk about Gabe Vincent's off-ball shooting, for example, I think he spaces the floor pretty well, especially when it comes to the corner spots. And he
yeah,
doesn't need the ball in his hands to contribute to this team. I just need to see stability from this boy. That's it.
yeah. Especially that stretch where I think AD got traded. Luka wasn't playing because he was getting acclimated with the team. I think that was probably Gabe Vincent's best stretch of basketball because he was hitting the three. I'm talking about he was hitting it well beyond the 3-point line. I'm talking about
Word.
okay, Gabe, like this what we doing now? So we get him. We don't have to be Miami. Just knock down the ones that we need. We don't mind you missing a few shots, trying to create your offense, and that's another thing. I think it was basically injuries, more of the part to where he couldn't get back to what he used to be. Because we
Mhm.
seen him this year try and create a little more, get to the basket, do things of that nature. So maybe it's coming back slowly. And plus, we seen Gabe Vincent out there with Luca, supporting him in Euro basketball, supporting him when he got his new deal, all that stuff. So him being close with Luca, I think that'll build a good chemistry. Luca like to find his shooter, so just knock his shots down.
I think his limited playmaking, his limited opportunity with Darvin Ham, it was just weird, bro. He's not a true point guard to me. He's
Yeah,
only averaging under 2 assists per games. I think Gabe Vincent, when we talk about weaknesses, he does struggle to create offense um, other than like simple reads. But
yeah,
I just feel like he needs more opportunity, but he needs to show why,
right.
respectfully.
That's what I was saying. That's what we've been talking about with this bench unit. What are we gonna do? We have a solid amount of depth, but it isn't the best. So we got Cleaver, Hayes, Vando, Marcus Smart, Bronny, and
Yep.
and Gabe. So who are we gonna play along with Jake Laravia and Don Connect? So we got a solid amount of depth. It ain't that much defense, but when Gabe gets out there with the second unit, just be consistent, be productive. If you got your man beat, take it. If you got the shot, take it. Don't be out there playing scared, trying to get other people the ball. Play your game.
Right.
I think he'll
No,
be
that's
good this year. I think this will be if he gets the minutes. I think he'll have a bounce back year because it's due time for him to have a bounce back season, like a solid season all the way through.
I, I all eyes is on Gabe Vincent. All eyes is on everybody for me. But y'all let us know what y'all think ultimately about Gabe Vincent going into this upcoming season. How much focus are y'all going to be while he's in Lakers uniform? Keep us locked. Want to get into our next topic this morning of the show. I don't know if you saw this bit. So I'm about to go off on Byron Scott. This was crazy, but I respect people's opinion. I get it, but when it get to the reasoning of their opinion bit, that's where I go off.
Shit just don't make
So
sense.
let's talk about let me explain this thing about Byron Scott to the people who just not in the loop of what just happened. So Byron Scott, who's a Lakers legend, a champion player, respected coach, he was asked about LeBron James getting a statue outside of crypto. And Coach Byron Scott says, no statue. One championship in 6-7 years. Maybe if he gets another one. But right now, nah. The players with statues are long lifers, multiple ring career Lakers. Jerry West is the exception, but he's the logo. What do you think about that before I just tear Byron Scott's ass apart? What do you think about that?
If it was me, LeBron would have a statue outside of every stadium. But hey, that's just me. That's just me. I think LeBron. I think you can give him a statue, bro. You see the situation the Lakers was in before he came. When Kobe retired, they were poverty. They weren't doing anything. LeBron came over there and turned the whole shit back up. Y'all got Luca off the strength of LeBron coming and him trading for AD. Y'all call him the GM. The whole reason the Lakers are in the position right now is because LeBron came to the Lakers. It would have been fucked. It would have been nothing. You would have been losing.
Tell
Lonzo,
him again. Tell him
Ingram,
again.
Kuzma would have been the bottom of the Western Conference. They wouldn't. Everybody wants to say keep this young core. Who did we had used to have up here? They used to love the young core. What was his name?
Brian. Brian used to
Man,
always do that. Hank used to do that real heavy.
man, nah, bro. I give LeBron a statue because it's not just about basketball, bro. Like the Lakers were going nowhere. It was going to be consistent draft picks every year. So I think he deserves one, bro. Like at this point in his career, any team he played for, bro, cater to LeBron. Give him the statue. He deserves it.
I respect Byron Scott's legacy, but his take is flat out disrespectful. To sit up there and act like James hasn't already earned his spot among the Laker greats, to minimize what James, everything he's done for the franchise and the city of Los Angeles since 2018. Like I'm not letting this shit fly. I'm not letting Byron Scott off the hook. So for the next couple of minutes, we just gonna lay it flat out. Like while LeBron James to me absolutely deserves a statue in LA based off of the reasons that Byron said he doesn't. I mean, the ring argument, number one, is lazy. Byron is boiling this down to rings, one ring in 7 years. Like, bro, that sounds like a box score watcher, bro. There hasn't been a repeat team in the NBA, and I don't know how long, since maybe 2017, 18. The Golden State Warriors was the last teams to repeat. We've had a different championship team every season. A title is not guaranteed to anybody. And LeBron ain't played with no stacked deck in Los Angeles that would feel like that they had a franchise or a dynasty to build. They broke that up in 2020.
Yep. On top of
Then
injuries.
then you talk about years in LA because Shaq played a bunch, because Shaq played some years, Kobe played 20 years. I think Magic played 14, 15 years.
Brian played what? At least like 8 now in the LA, right?
LeBron played 8 and 9, but bro, you can't blame LeBron for not being drafted by the Lakers. Like now you want to be so petty and hold it against him. He didn't have a there was no path for LeBron in LA earlier. There was no point in having LeBron in LA earlier. So why are we vilifying or holding that against him because he wasn't drafted? You don't control where you go for the most part.
Right.
So to vilify James because he isn't a lifer like Kobe and Magic to me is bogus. When you can bring impact to the argument. No disrespect what Magic was and no disrespect what Kobe was. LeBron would never be, I don't believe, to LA what those guys are. We knew that coming in. That's not even the point. That's not even the conversation.
Right.
But to vilify him and keep him out of conversations for things that's not controlled by him, that's bogus as hell. So what? He ain't played for the it's a bunch of guys that's probably played for the Lakers for years and ain't did nothing for the city. Ain't did
Right.
nothing for the organization. Like Bit said, this team was about nothing before James came. After Kobe left and when James came.
Nothing at all.
A mockery, bro.
It's the Lakers. And y'all out here going 17-65. Like, come on, bro. Then it's more than basketball, bro. Like, the off the court stuff matters. Like, you can't just ignore that, bro. Like, it all matters.
The comments that I see as a Lakers content creator and a podcaster, the comments that I see Bit on the daily about the hate that Laker fans have for James is just unbelievable, bro. You really would not know that LeBron played for this team the way fans are so tired of him. And they act like he did nothing for this team.
They act like he did nothing. The bubble ring
People will say
is a
with a
Mickey.
straight face that the LeBron Laker experience was a failure. With a
Yeah.
straight face, they'll say that.
The straightest face ever. And that would be so serious.
Bro, you're talking about a guy, NBA champion since he's been with the Lakers, finals MVP. And I'm not trying to be petty, but I'm just listing what really happened. He was an in-season tournament champion, first MVP of that. He's a 7-time All-Star as a Laker. He's a 7-time All-NBA player as a Laker.
As a Laker, ooh.
He was a 2020 assist leader. First time in his career, he led the league in assists. It was in 2020 with the Lakers. He became the NBA's all-time leading scorer, taking Kareem's, in a Lakers jersey. He just passed 50,000 points when, he about, like, come on, bro. Like, it's just so disrespectful for the reasons that Byron Scott gave to say that Braun don't deserve it. Pat Riley about to get one, ain't he? Ain't Pat Riley
Yeah.
getting a statue this year?
Yeah, I think so.
And then what Bit said earlier. Don't even get me started with what Bit said earlier about the things off the basketball court. The Lakers brand since 2018 when LeBron hit the scenes, the ticket sales, the global reach. I know the Lakers is a winning franchise historically, but wasn't nothing lit about the Lakers at that time. James revitalized this brand, bro. Ticket sales, the jersey sales, everything exploded. He made the Lakers relevant to a new generation of fans who never saw Showtime or Kobe in his prime. It was something new. It was a breath of fresh air. Wouldn't been no Anthony Davis in Los Angeles if LeBron wasn't there. Wouldn't been no Title 17 if LeBron wasn't there.
Nope.
This is called organizational value creation. On and off the court, James' impact has been franchise altering, bro, for more than one team franchise. You can't write Lakers history without LeBron no more, in my opinion. I think that's territory for a fucking statue, bro. I'm just being honest.
Yeah, I don't. And then once you get to break it down, like the actual runs, like We were losing to the champion or the runner up almost every year except for last year and 2023. I'm pretty sure when Denver lost to Minnesota and Luca beat them.
Last year.
Yeah, last
Last
year.
year.
So, like, how are you saying it's a failure when we're losing to the champion or the runner up? And on top of that, we had injuries. Like, I know injuries come with it, but the team that we had, if LeBron or AD was hurt, we're fucked. The year Phoenix beat us, we were literally going to beat them if AD wasn't hurt. There was going to be another championship run. So it's like nothing about this run is a failure. You seen a 38, 39-year Brian, 38, 39-year-old Brian average 30 on the back end of his prime, a whole season.
And then another thing, Byron Scott brought up Jerry West as being the only exception. Bro, let's be real. James is the ultimate exception. I don't care about no damn logo. James is just not no another great player. He's a generational icon. You don't apply that same,
You can't do that. Can't do that.
bro.
Jerry West was
Jerry
great,
West,
bro.
bro.
He was great, bro. But LeBron, I can understand like those was peak Jerry West years, so I can understand why you give him the edge. But bro, come on, when you factor in everything, not just on the court, Jerry West wasn't doing what LeBron was off the court, and that's no knock to Jerry West. It's just different times. Like
LeBron James is the only player bit in NBA history with 50,000 points or about to get to 50K if he ain't got it already. I got to look at and check my homework. James is the only one to dominate in year 22 at the level that we saw in year 23, about to be the same. He's the only player to ever elevated 3 franchises to championships. That
only
right
player.
there, you that is called outlier production. And when you're an outlier, you don't follow the same rules. You get a statue. Period. Period. I don't know what Byron Scott is talking about. He's very disrespectful for this nonsense. Did he coach LeBron?
Did he coach LeBron? I don't
Didn't
think
Byron
so.
Scott coach LeBron James in Cleveland? Or did he coach, or did he get the Cleveland job after LeBron left?
I think he got it. I think he got it after. I know Byron Scott was coaching the Lakers for a little bit, but I don't think he was coaching LeBron. Gotta look that up for sure.
Yeah, maybe Byron Scott was coaching the Cavs after LeBron. Look, again, I respect everybody's take. If you feel like James does not deserve a statue with the Lakers, cool. I'm not going to beat you up for it. I'm not even going to argue a debate. What I'm going to have a problem with is your reasoning. And Byron Scott's reasoning, his definition to me was bogus. It's bias.
Yeah, I think he's a Kobe guy too.
But why is it? That's one thing that just always killed me, bro, when it came to LeBron James in Los Angeles and Kobe Bryant. I knew coming in 2018, there was nothing LeBron James could do to supersede Kobe, the love that this community has for Kobe Bryant.
Right.
Once Kobe passed away, it would be blasphemous to think that James or any other player would have the impact and effect on these people like Kobe Bryant had. Kobe's a lifer with the Lakers. It was made that way. It's in a class by itself. It can't be duplicated. It shouldn't be compared to anything, including Magic. This is something special, tailor-made. I knew when LeBron first came to this organization, he wasn't going to compete. He can't compete for that type of love. That shouldn't even be his focus. His
And
legacy
then
should be his focus. And I feel like he killed 2 birds with 1 stone. He built a great resume for himself. He's still going. And he made this team relevant again, bro. Like you said.
and they were disrespectful. Disrespectful when this man came to LA. They put up a mural for this man. Kobe welcomed him with open arms. They are good friends for a long time. Disrespectful. Y'all gonna go deface this man mural and he
Picking
just
and
got
choosing,
there
bro. Picking and choosing for no
and he didn't
reason.
have no help. It was a team full of rookies. What the fuck was Kobe doing on the back end after the Achilles? He was struggling carrying them teams. The same shit LeBron was doing. How y'all picking and choosing who y'all like? And LeBron and Kobe are good friends. When Kobe came to the games, they're hugging, laughing with each other, showing love. But y'all want to pick and choose. Oh, Kobe was here 20 years. Kobe's a four-lifer. LeBron hopping teams and nobody gives a fuck. He came to your team and won you a championship. And this is
I
how y'all
just want
treat
to
that
have a
man.
I just want to have a conversation with a Laker fan, a historical Lakers fan. I want to have a real one-on-one conversation. And we can do it on the show. I want to have a conversation with a real Lakers fan that can convince me that with the Brandon Ingrams and the uh, Josh Harts and the
Julius
Lonzo Balls
Randles.
and the Julius Randles that that there was going to be a title, a banner 17 hung with them guys. And who was coaching them? Luke Walton?
Fucking Luke Walton, first year
Come on,
coach.
bro. I need a real historical Lakers fans to convince me that James' impact on this organization wasn't big time, wasn't box office. Because the disrespect to me is just crazy.
And then you just look at the history. Lonzo was hurt all the time, bro. When they were on the court, it was great. They played well together.
The
Lonzo was
history,
hurt.
you can look at the present. None of them niggas have won anything.
None of them.
Not one of those guys have won anything. Not one.
Julius Randle just had his best run. Fucking 10 years later.
And he's not the A side of Minnesota. That's not it. That's not even his team.
He just had his best run 10 years later. Come on, brother. Like that would at the maximum that you could probably highball it. It's probably a second round exit.
It is laughable to try to have a conversation with me about the Lakers should have kept that young core. Kyle Kuzma. Now I know Kyle Kuzma won with us in 2020, but just a joke. Just a joke, bro.
Like, come on, bro. Back then he
Really?
back then he looked like something. But then as time progressed, you seen it was nothing. He looked
Because
like something.
you a actor, you can only play your role for so long. Eventually, the real is going to come out, bro. You can only ain't no future in your fronting. That's what that mean.
And I just hate that time because everybody just goes to, oh, LeBron came to the Lakers and he missed the playoffs. No, LeBron came to the Lakers and he got his ankle fucking took out. No, no,
He
no,
had a
no, no.
groin
He had
injury
a
that
groin
took him
injury. He had a
out.
groin
They
injury.
would
He had a
before he
groin
had the
injury.
groin injury. I believe the Lakers was in fourth place.
Then they forget that Brandon Ingram got hurt as well. Kyle Kuzma and Lonzo Burke got hurt as well. So y'all just keep, oh, LeBron came to the Lakers and he missed the playoffs. Like, no,
Steve,
that's
they're
not what happened.
nothing. They're, I mean, respectful. I don't want to disrespect Lonzo and them guys, but when I
Yeah,
look at what these guys have accomplished on these new and Josh Hart, I mean, these guys has looked good. You know, Josh Hart looked good in New York, but that's not enough when you were able to hang a banner with what you replaced it with. There would be no Anthony Davis if you would have kept them guys.
we talking about benching Josh Hart ass.
Thank you. Thank you. This is, and Steve took the words right out my mouth. Steve took the words right out my mouth. Shout out to Steve Go Shoot. This is exactly what I was about to say next. I didn't mean to cut you off, bit, but I was going to say, have a conversation with me when you want to talk about guys like Alex Caruso. Those are the guys that you can tell me that impacted this organization by leaving. If you want
KCP,
to put the blame on LeBron, however that conversation goes, fine. But those are the type of names, not them 2017 niggas, bro.
Avery
That's out.
Bradley, Danny
That's
Green.
out, bro.
Like, no, bro. Like Danny Green, KCP, or Caruso. If it's not one of them, what are we talking about? They're great players, but they aren't good enough to win right now. And that's no knock to them, bro. But
But
them with
but
LeBron, it wasn't gonna work, bro. It was not gonna work. You wanted him to carry
and
some weight,
the guys that you named, Bit, was a part of that 2020 nucleus. The
right?
NBA community know that team should have had an opportunity to run it back. You got guys like Rajon Rondo. There were guys on there that was balling when it mattered the most. Those guys earned an opportunity to repeat or at least attempt to. Um, them guys in 2017, even though they went on to have all-star appearances and all that playoff appearances, them guys collectively wouldn't have done nothing. Luke Walton would have never developed to be nothing.
And
Nothing.
who was the coach after that? Who was the coach the year?
Um,
Frank Vogel. Was it Frank
we
Vogel?
brought in Frank Vogel, won the chip, but he had no control, and Russell Westbrook came in and ran him out of the city. And then we got Darvin Ham, and now we got LeBron boy.
So
Yeah, we
y'all
got
telling me
LeBron boy.
Frank Vogel with a young Josh Hart, Zoe, Brandon Ingram, and Julius Randle would have put a scheme together to get them a chip with LeBron. No, sir. Come on, man. We had Dwight, JaVale. We had Marquise Morris. We had Rondo, Avery Bradley, KCP, a young Caruso, a young Kuzma. Do you understand that Dwight Howard didn't even play a
We had
series?
Boogie Cousins on that team.
He didn't play a series, came back and played against Houston. Didn't play a series, came back and played against Denver. Like, that's how deep we were. Rondo didn't
Avery
play.
Bradley didn't even. He opted
He
not to
didn't even
even
play in
play
the
in the
bubble.
bubble.
And we still won.
He
Like,
still won.
it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. I hate the Mickey Mouse ring shit. I hate it. Because if you really play basketball, you don't need fans. All you need is 10 people in the basketball, 2 referees. Let's get this shit going. Who is the best
Right,
team?
right.
Anybody else would have won, we would have been hearing about it.
It's all good though, bro, because again, we are less than 30 days away from opening night versus Golden State. Y'all know we're going to be turning up all the games. We live here on Lakers land. We'll be playing all the games, free live VIP watch parties, man. So make sure y'all pop up here to our Lakers land playback room. We are in full effect. Again, quick reminder, I'm doing 2 daily live streams per day, 1 in the morning, 1 in the evening, as we build up to the preparation of opening night and in training camp. I'll be focusing a lot on the players, the development, the state of the franchise of the Lakers in the morning. And then in the evening, when I go back live, we'll be doing a lot of reactions to shit that's happening in the Lakers news. So we're doubling up the content here in Lakers land as we get ready for opening night. Bit, I appreciate you as always for joining me. Salute to everyone that joined the live chat in Lakers land today. Let us know what your thoughts and opinions is about both topics. Didn't earn or deserve a statue. Do you agree? Do you disagree? And Gabe Vincent, I called him a microwave score, but the Lakers are going to need much more while he's in uniform. Do y'all agree or disagree with that? What are y'all stance on Gabe Vincent? I still believe in him. He's not like irreplaceable or nothing like that, but it's still a lot of work to be done. Bit shout out to you, my boy.
Yes, sir. What time you starting up that other
All
stream
right,
at?
man. Let me sign off. The evening stream, I haven't really figured out. It will probably be around the 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock start time. I want to put the boys down, get them situated. I usually get them situated, especially on school nights. I try to get them right by 8 o'clock. So it'll probably be sometime between 8 and 9 o'clock. I'll get it started because generally that's when the games for the Lakers, by me being on the East Coast, we starting those watch parties at like what, 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, late sometimes. That's
Yeah.
how we was running it last year. So yeah, so I got to get back in condition anyway. So most likely, bro, it'll probably be around 8 o'clock, maybe 9 o'clock at the latest.
All right, bet.
Yeah, man, we're gonna react to all the Twitter news, and we'll bring the streets. We'll have open panels, so if anybody want to come up on stage and talk their shit, that's how we do here in Lakers land. So we're gonna lock in later on tonight. Shout out to my bro Bit for joining me. Y'all let me know what y'all think about Gabe Vincent and this opinion on Byron Scott. It was crazy to me. Big up to Steve Go Shoot in the live chat on our YouTube channel with the dope analysis and insight. Make sure y'all smash that like button. If y'all are new to Lakers land, do us a favor and subscribe and follow our room as we are trying to build a community in preparation for the start of the season, man. Y'all stay safe, and I'll catch y'all later on tonight with Lakers news live here on Lakers Land on playback.
That's a wrap for today's episode of the Lakers Land podcast with Seven Mitchell. If you rocked with the show, make sure to like, subscribe, and drop a review wherever you're listening. Join the conversation on social at Lakers Land Show and tap in for daily takes, polls, and more. Until next time, stay loyal, stay loud, and always stay Lakered up.